Hello and welcome to the Villa Park podcast. The videos never stop, the content never stops, and we are back again after last night's match preview. This afternoon's Bodymore Bulletin. We're back with the final three show where we're going to review what we thought Villa were going to do with the run in. I think it was 7 or 8 games to go, boys. We're now going to go on to the final three, although. Well, we'll say final 3 weeks because I know Brighton have got a couple of extra games. So, Kev, Martin, how are we doing, boys?
All good, all good.
Excellent stuff. Kev, how are you, mate? He looks like he's froze.
All good, all good. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you.
A little bit in and out. You're a little bit in and out. Well, while you're sorting your technical difficulties, we'll get the housekeeping out of the way. Already got great numbers watching, guys. Get your comments in. Where you think we're going to finish? How many points you think we're going to get over this next 3 weeks of the season? First of all, though, please smash that like button. We are over 1,400 subscribers, well over now. We've had some really good response over the last couple of days. I think it's 1,415 now. So should be hitting that 1,500 mark very soon, but you guys can help us do that by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. And if you do want to join the channel and become an official Villa Park Pod follower, click the join button or the link at the top of the comment section right here and follow the instructions, and you can become an official Villa Park Pod follower, get your shout out and get access to exclusive competitions, members only competitions. John is in the chat already. We are going to cover a couple of transfer rumours. We're going to give a congratulations to our manager. But first of all, Martin, you had some lovely news this afternoon about a member of your family.
Yeah, as some of you may know, members of my family that live in Birmingham, they're all Birmingham City fans, so blue noses, if you will. But however, my cousin's son has recently signed for Aston Villa, 5 years of age in the academy, and his name is Jesse James Cheney. Remember the name, Jesse James Cheney. Signed for Aston Villa. He's officially my new favourite Cheney member now because he's playing for Aston Villa. He's going to be wearing the Villa colours week in, week out. And my family are going to see that every single day, and I cannot wait to get over there and see him in a Villa kit. I'm absolutely loving it. Jesse, Jack, Tom, if you are watching, my congratulations to Jesse. He's my favourite. And guess what? Up the Villa, Jesse. Up the Villa.
I'm just looking forward to him, like I said before, backstage, wearing his Villa kit in and around the house in front of all Birmingham City fans. And
it's brilliant,
he's obviously going to have to be a Villa fan now, isn't he?
Oh, that's it. Born and bred, and I'll be the first one over there to bring all the stuff for him. Absolutely. And funny enough, a scout had even said, long way to go now. He's still only 5 years of age, so I'm not putting the pressure on him. But a scout has said he's a little diamond, a little bastard in midfield, apparently. A bit like Phil Foden. So a great comparison for someone who's 5 years of age. But we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. A long way to go for you, Jesse, and I hope the development works out for you, buddy.
Just say his name again, Jesse.
Jesse James Cheney.
Jesse James Cheney. There we go. Jesse James. It's like an old cowboy, that, isn't it? Jesse James, the outlaw.
Literally. No, that's what my cousin told me, and like on the WhatsApp, he was a cowboy, and says he's your son, not mine.
As Michael says there, congratulations. Please make sure he enjoys his football because that is the most important thing at the moment. Yeah, absolutely, Michael. Couldn't have put it better myself. So, Kev, technical difficulties sorted.
I don't know. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. You're just about a second behind us.
I think he's in the moving frozen. Let it go.
Yeah. Internet issues.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're back. No, you're all right now.
You're there. No, he's gone.
He's gone. Right. Okay. Anyway, John has actually put a comment on Ferran Torres is on his way. So yeah, before we get into kind of the talking about the final 3 weeks of the season, there seems to be rumours left, right, centre, middle. With every day, every show we're doing, we've got some sort of rumour. Obviously, I covered Asensio, Ugarte. I covered Martinez potentially going out in the Bodymore Bulletin. We covered various players the other day. Harvey Barnes. I can't remember who else. So many other players, but you said, as you said, you like your sources, and top tier source, according to you, Martin, that Ferran Torres is Villa are in discussions with Ferran Torres as we speak.
Yeah, they're in discussions at the moment. This is a bit of a weird one for Villa, and Villa fans will agree that this deal is kind of being done so out in the open. This is normally the thing where if you see, they're in negotiations, the next day the player has signed and kind of just out of nowhere. This one's been a bit more in the open. From my understanding, that there's a cut-off point for the FFP on the 30th of June, and Barcelona obviously want a few deals done to clear their books before then, so it looks like this might be an early transfer, probably possibly the first person in for Aston Villa under the Unai Emery era in the summer. So if that happens, by all means, but I think the price tag at the minute, what they're negotiating, is 45 million euros, and there's multiple options in order to agree the deal. Now, I don't know whether that means if multiple options is multiple clubs or multiple ways they can work around wage structures and payments and everything like that for the player. So this would be a thing time will only tell, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, he's still quite young. Is he 22? I want to say
23. He's 23.
23. And obviously being at Man City, I saw him scoring goals for Man City.
He was pinging them in, yeah.
Yeah, moved to Barcelona because I think he wanted some more first team opportunities. Looking at his record, he was playing for like Valencia's youth team or B team. He got 1 goal in 12 appearances, then moved to Valencia between 2017 and 2020, played 71 times, scored 6 goals. Man City between 2020 and 2022, played 28 times, scored 9 goals, so decent return there. And then for Barcelona, since 2022, has played 47 times and scored 8 goals. He's got 35 caps for Spain. His record for Spain is excellent and scored 15 goals in 35 games for Spain. So, look, if we're talking about kind of players that are potentially, that higher tier, he's definitely in that higher tier of player, isn't he?
Yeah, that's it. And that's ultimately what you want to do if you want to get your Champions League football and everything else like that. These are the type of players you have to go for, and it's nice for a change, to see this high quality player that is being linked to Villa. Like every nearly elite player now is being linked to Villa at the minute because of Almi and Unai Emery, and it's great to see. It's refreshing, and it's really good. And Kevin's back now, and he's in full high D definition there. Look.
He's got his phone. Yeah, Kev, just talking on Ferran Torres. It does seem. I mean, Rachel's commented here, feeling that with Almani, the deals might be a bit more public than we used to. I mean, obviously, he's a higher profile figure. Can we read anything into these rumours?
Well, first of all, can you hear me?
There's a little bit of still a little bit of interference.
Oh, really? Painful. What's going on? Can I say?
Try back on your laptop, but we'll see.
I mean, if you can hear me, I'll try.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Go on.
Shall I carry on? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
That's better there, yeah.
I was going to say, like, the Ferran Torres link is like, when you consider like some of our other players and attacking options, like, there's quite a little simile tonight, or metaphor, whatever you want to call it, because my technical setup right now is more like Leon Bailey. Martin with his new mic and light, it's like Ferran Torres. So it's like a little bit of a juxtaposition there for the club, isn't it? Basically.
We're moving from you. Actually, yeah. Let's get rid of you then, and we're moving from the old to the new, like with Martin's new mic. But yeah, keep your phone there. You're perfect. That's actually really good. The sound there, mate. So that's spot on. So yeah, obviously, and John's saying there he's in Spain, and it's in the newspapers in Spain. So there's got to be something to it, I believe. And Gary's saying he's probably got something to prove in England, like Unai. So, look, I think technically very, very, very good player. Obviously knows where the goal is, which has got that ruthless streak in him. If we can back it up with some physicality in the team, then I think he'd be a wonderful signing. So, you know, I would prefer him over like a Marco Asensio. I know they're slightly different players, but I've got a feeling that if, you know, someone coming to the end of their contract, I've got a feeling. I know he's a couple of years younger, but I think it's a bit. It's got Coutinho vibes to me. But yeah, we'll see. Gary said anybody's better than Basingstoke Bailey and Burlington Bertie.
I like that.
There we go. Adamski, nice one, mate. Great to have you on board. Thank you for watching. And then finally, the second bit of news that we got today. I don't know if I was a little bit surprised at this, but Unai Emery named Manager of the Month for Premier League Manager of the Month for April, and becomes the 5th Villa manager to receive that accolade. I mean, if we wanted another curse for him to break, it's come at the perfect time, Kev.
Well, yeah, we don't generally win the game after, do we? We win Manager of the Month, and the previous incumbents, Dean Smith, Gregory Little, etc., etc. So, obviously Martin O'Neill as well. So, yeah, I think I know what you mean. It felt like when he should have won it the other month, when we were absolutely brilliant, and then because obviously we win 5 out of 7. I think 5 out of 7 is a pretty good return. And yeah, I mean, I think it's just deserves, because the reality for me is that our performances post World Cup since he came in, for him to not win at least one by the end of the season, it would have been an absolute, it would have been a travesty, really. The one I want him to win is the May one. You know,
yeah, that would be brilliant. Yeah. Although I have a feeling whoever wins the league will win that one, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe.
Gary said, Martin, that we won't win again now. I mean, we might as well pack up the show. We might as well pack it in.
Yeah,
don't bother with the
you, Gary,
predictions.
we'll call it there. Just remember, we all follow the Villa. Blah 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 blah. We'll leave it there for you, Gary.
Lads, to be fair, the way my technical issues have been tonight, maybe there's something in the air. Maybe the stars know.
Yeah. Michael says today's been an emotional day for him with a funeral of an old school friend. He loved the Villa, and his family will be at Villa Park tomorrow. Children and grandchildren in his memory. Whole tents in the sky.
Lovely.
Absolutely, Michael. Thoughts go out to him, and hopefully Villa can get a win tomorrow for him. So yeah, thoughts with him, mate. Thanks for posting that on. All at Villa Park Pod, sending our best wishes. So let's get into it then. The final 3 weeks of the season. I'm going to get my Premier League table calculator up that we got last time. So while I'm sharing my screen again, people, hit that like button. We've got really good numbers watching actually for a Friday night, which is brilliant. I can think of many other things to do on a Friday night,
Rich,
but watching us is amazing.
Because I'm on my mobile as well. I'm going to give the dog a bit of love because I can move around. So
there you go.
Remember Buddy the Great Dane?
Hey.
There he is.
Villa's good luck charm.
Bonus Buddy on a Friday as well. Yeah. Richie White, Deco Blanco's in the house. Yes, lads, how you all doing? I'm good, mate.
Deco's
how
back.
are you?
How you doing, Deco?
And Emery will try and win the May Man of the Match award next season. Yeah, let's hope so. And Rachel just passing on the best wishes to Michael. So yeah, like I say, guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want to become a member for just $1.99 a month, less than a third of the cost of a pint, help us support the channel. Get yourself involved in exclusive members only prize draws, then please do hit that join button or hit the comment at the top that is pinned and follow the instructions. So boys, I'm a bit more used to what we're doing with this now. So we will go to week 25 first. We'll cover off Brighton's games so that we're all level. So 18th of the 5th, so week yesterday, or next Thursday. Newcastle United are at home to Brighton. What are we saying for that, boys? What are we saying for that?
I think Newcastle are going to win that probably 2-1. I thought they were very unlucky against Arsenal. You know, they hit the post twice. Ramsdale made a great save. Any other day they beat Arsenal. So I think Newcastle, they'll want to get the ball back rolling again for them. So I think they'll win this 1-2-1.
Yep. Strong at home, aren't they, Newcastle?
Kev, do you agree Newcastle win? Yeah.
I think if that's one of their last games.
I think so. I think they'll want to put it right.
Yeah, I think so too. It's either the last home game or the second last.
Okay. Yeah, let's go 2-1. So we'll calculate that. So that keeps Brighton on 55 points, having played 34 games. And then we'll go to week 32. So we've got a couple of games here, namely Brighton against Manchester City. Now, are we saying that it's an easy Man City win, or are we saying that because of the Champions League, they'll have a couple of extra games, they're going to be a little bit ring rusty? Are Brighton going to sneak a point here?
No, I think this is Man City in May. You have to remember, Man City win every game in May when it comes to these type of run-ins. So I think Man City win this one as well. Scoreline, probably 2-0. That'd be my guess. But I can't see Man City losing another game between now until the end of the season.
Kev, you agreeing with this?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't see any of the result in that game.
Let's go 2-0. And then just to round off that week, Man United, Chelsea, we're saying comfortable United win or draw or what? I know it's not too important to us.
At Old Trafford, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
Chelsea got a win finally today, don't they? So if they get a win the weekend, who knows? Anything could happen. But I think you could argue for the purposes of this, that'd be a Man United win, I would have thought.
Okay, let's go 1-0 just for argument's sake. Okay, so that takes us level now. So Villa, in theory, 54 points. I know we'll have played the games, but 54 points. Brighton 55, Tottenham 57, Liverpool 62. And then obviously we can't catch the top four from there. So let's just have a look, see if we've got any comments in so far. What we got? Loads. Absolutely loads. Big Blooms in the house. Massively exciting times ahead, boys. Going to be loud at B6 tomorrow afternoon. Let's hope so. I'm doing the thing. I just had to wait for my new Visa card. No problem, Adamski. Look, honestly, mate, it's not a problem, but thank you for wanting to become a member. Just take your time, mate. It's all good. Can't see Brighton getting more than 3 points from now on, says Gary. Well, that's encouraging.
That's a big show. That's a big show.
Yeah. Easy Man City win all day. Brilliant. United will choke.
No, I don't think so.
There will be some silly score lines from now on. So let's get into it. So so just give me a second. Okay, this is tomorrow's games. Okay, so let's just go down from the top. So Leeds United against Newcastle's a 12:30 kickoff. Any shock here? Do we fancy Leeds to get a result?
1-0 Leeds.
Ooh, Martin. Any advance on 1-0 Leeds?
I'm thinking 1-0. I think this might be a draw. I think Big Sam Special is coming.
Yeah,
1-0. I'm thinking 1-0. I'm going with that. Up to you, Rich.
Okay. I can see Newcastle scoring, but I could also see that the crowd in Leeds getting right behind him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I'm gonna say Leeds win. I'm gonna say 2-1. You know, I'm gonna say 2-1. Yeah, they've got to win. Right. Villa Tottenham. What are we saying, lads? Oh, we said yesterday. What did we say? 2-1 Villa. Me and you both won Villa, Kev. So Martin, what do you think?
2-0. I think another 2-0 special is on the horizon.
Okay, I'll go with you. I'll go with you, Mark. We'll go 2-0. We'll be positive. This Bournemouth, doesn't really matter this one, does it? Say
Palace.
3-3, just for the crack.
Not 3-3. Why
Chelsea
not?
and Forest. Do you think Forest will get a result against Chelsea?
No,
yeah.
2-0 Chelsea.
I think this would be a 3-1 Forest.
What? Away at Chelsea?
Yeah.
Jesus.
3-1 Forest.
I've Forest have been class the last few games.
I'm going to say...
It doesn't matter. Yeah, but look at Chelsea at home.
Away from home, though, they're poor.
Yeah, but look at Chelsea at home. They've been shocking.
Yeah, but I still think Chelsea at home, they're not getting battered, are they? I mean, I don't know. Forest on the road have been... Aren't they the worst team on the road in the league?
I still think they'll get a win, but
Yeah.
I'm sitting by
Well,
the route.
I'm
on that.
outvoting. Yeah, we'll go 3-1 Forest.
that's 3-1 Chelsea.
Southampton, Fulham doesn't matter, does it?
No.
You've gone with 3-1 Chelsea there, Rich.
2-0 Fulham. Man U against Wolves. Yeah, I'd be going against you.
Oh, because you said 3-1
I don't
Forest.
think Forest will win.
Uh,
Man U Wolves.
2-0.
2.
Man U.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Brentford West Ham.
1-1.
Everton Man City.
Everton Man City.
City.
Yeah.
4-1.
Yeah.
Spanking.
Okay. Arsenal Brighton, the big one.
Arsenal.
Yeah. 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0, yeah.
And then Leicester Liverpool. Can Leicester pull off a surprise?
This is the Robin Hood season for Liverpool, I think. This is... I've seen the way they were against Fulham as well. I can't see anything else other than Liverpool win. So I'm going to say probably 2-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah. I mean, I want to think.
You agree
like
with that,
these
Kev? Think Liverpool get the result?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah. I want to think like the last few games of the
we can
season
hear
that
you.
these Leeds and these Leicesters of the world can maybe get a performance, can get a result, but I don't know. Liverpool are absolutely flying at the moment, aren't they? 6 wins in a row, isn't it? So as much as I want Dino to get a win, I can't see anything other than a Liverpool win, unfortunately.
Okay, so let's calculate all that. Right, so we go into 7th position, 57 points, 2 points clear of Brighton. Tottenham level with points with Tottenham and also level on goal difference. So we're just behind them on goals scored, which is obvious that we're going to be. But as that stands, we are in a Conference League spot. So, yeah, pretty good. So let's have a look here. So who we got? Loads and loads. I don't know who can help me with the comments, but there's loads coming in. Chris says 3-1 Newcastle. Michael saying Leeds to 1-1. Gary saying can see Liverpool pipping Man United for fourth.
Sorry, go back to Chris.
Is that your brother?
That's my little brother. That's my brother.
There you go. See, Michael saying Villa 2-0. Deco saying Newcastle will win 3-0. Will win 3-1. I'm not too sure now due to the curses. Yeah, John D saying 3-0 Villa. Palace 1-1. Moley Boy's joining us. Nice to have you on board, Moley Boy. Hart says 3-0 Villa, but last few games we've lacked something up top, so he's going 1-1. Chris, your brother again says Spurs haven't got a clue how to defend. Michael's backing you, Martin. Forest 1-0. Deco's backing you as well. Forest 1-0. Yeah. We drew a win at home against Spurs, and we need to win, to be fair, says Gary. Deco says Chelsea aren't playing for out there safe. Yeah, exactly. Fulham 3-0 win. United 1-0 win, says Michael. Chelsea to reignite their losing form for the rest of the season. City 5-0. Arsenal to win 2-0. Liverpool to win 3-0, says Michael. And Deco says Leicester 1, Liverpool 1. That would be a great result for us.
That would be a class result.
Adamski is saying, I'm just enjoying the almost stress-free running. I know, but we've got it there. It's there for us. It's so exciting. Looks like Leicester and these have gone to me. Yeah, we'll do the relegation as well. We've obviously got to do that. And Michael, with the most important comment, hit the like button all. Definitely hit that like button, guys. Rachel saying, I just want Villa to get 55 points and secure a top 10 finish. I think we've already secured the top 10 finish. I'm pretty sure we have.
Almost.
Yeah.
Let's
have it back up again when we see it.
Yeah. Lee's saying 2-1 Villa. And Gary's saying Villa 2, Kane 1. Molly Boy, looking at some of the players we're looking to see sign next season could be exciting. 100%, mate. Absolutely. We've covered quite a few. If you check out my Bodymore bulletin as well, covered some of them earlier on today. Right, so let's get into the second to last week, the penultimate week of the season, shall we? So let's move on. So we've got Tottenham at home to Brentford, which is the early kickoff on the 20th. So we will know Tottenham's result by the time we play Liverpool. So what are we saying, boys, to Tottenham at home to Brentford?
Draw.
Ooh. Brentford.
Yeah, 1-1.
Any advance on 1-1, Martin?
Yeah, I'm thinking of the 2-1 Brentford, but now that Kevin said it, I'm kind of going to agree with the 1-0.
Yeah, I think Brentford will score. I think they'll make it hard for Tottenham. The way that they play is very difficult to play against, isn't it? So, yeah. Bournemouth at home to Man United.
United. 2-1.
Yeah, United.
Fulham at home to Palace. Again, doesn't really matter on the result here.
0-0.
1-0.
Yeah, let's go 0-0. Liverpool against Aston Villa.
I want to be the optimistic one and say we'll probably get a point.
I think. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I don't want to channel like someone I shouldn't channel, but I need to go a bit R. Kelly now. My mind's telling me no.
Oh no. Oh, no.
But my body. I think we're going to do it.
You've just been cancelled off YouTube, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not endorsing him.
Kevin, you see them technical difficulties, you might want to jump off very quickly.
It's some banging tunes, and no one said he didn't. I got a feeling we're going to win at Anfield. We've been really good on the one thing people have been really good on the road under Emery, and we lost the last 2 away games, and it's our last away game of the season. So I think we're going to sneak a 1-0 win. I know I'm being a bit over the top with it, but I think we're going to get a 1-0 win.
I'm going to have to side with Martin here. I think the best we can hope for is a draw.
I think that's the more
I'm going to say 2-2 draw.
That's the sensible approach, I think.
Yeah. Big game for relegation. Wolves at home to Everton. Everton going to pull a rabbit out of the hat against Wolves?
No, I think this would be Wolves. Probably 1-0.
Yeah, 1-0 Wolves. I agree with that.
Forest at home to Arsenal.
Away with a long.
Oh, Forest have nicked up probably a point or two against a few of the top 6 teams at home.
Arsenal got to win. They've got to win to keep it going.
They have to win, don't they?
Yeah, I'll say 3-1 Arsenal.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah. West Ham again at home to Leeds. Can Leeds pull it out of the bag? West Ham with Europe on their mind.
I think Leeds can get this one.
2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds. I'm going with 2-1 Leeds.
I'm happy with 2-1 Leeds.
Brighton at home to Southampton. This has got to be a banker, hasn't it, for them?
Oh, well, we did say Brighton's banker would have been against Everton too.
Yeah, no.
Yes,
and
Southampton
Forest
down though. Southampton are down.
But still, no game's a banker, regardless where you are.
I think Brighton will win this.
Yeah, 2-0 banker.
Fair enough.
I want to believe Southampton are going to win it, but no, I think Brighton will win.
Nah, they're not. Man City, Chelsea.
Man City. That's 3-0.
Newcastle at home to Leicester.
Newcastle 3-1, 2-1.
Yeah.
Can't
see. Okay, so we'll do the full table here for the second last
Man
week
City's
of the
won the league.
So yeah, City have won the league. 91 points. Arsenal 87. Man United 72. Newcastle 71. So that is the top 4 done. Liverpool 66. Brighton, Spurs, and Villa all on 58 points.
Whoa, that is a mad final day.
And then at the bottom, currently in the bottom 3 are Southampton, Leicester, and Everton. The Forest are out of it on 33 points, 1 point clear of Everton, and Leicester are 3 points off Forest going into the last game of the season. And as it stands, Big Sam has pulled off a massive one and got Leeds safe.
Goodness me, it's
So
exciting.
let's have a look at the comments. Where have we got to? Matt Hales is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Matt. I'd be happy with the ground out 1-0 win. Don't care who scores, as long as we keep up some sort of momentum to carry into next year.
Yeah.
Molly Boy saying Brentford will draw with Tottenham. Spursy loss. Okay, another loss with Spurs. I believe we will get a win at Liverpool, says Michael. He's in your camp, Kev. Fulham to win on their game. Spurs don't lose many, to be fair. Adamski, I pretty much hate every other club. Definitely, mate, definitely. Villa will win the final game. Think we'll make it a final type game. Well, it's definitely shaping up to be like that. Deco says, I think if we beat Spurs and Brighton, a draw against Liverpool might be enough. Lee's saying Kev's on the gummies again. Big Blooms is saying Villa win, draw, win. And Gary's saying no way do we get anything at Anfield. So he's thinking we get beat.
That'd be class, wouldn't
it? Molly Boy thinks Emery will talk the players up like it's a cup final and we can beat Liverpool. Forest will draw 1-1. Hopefully Saints beat Brighton. Yeah, the Saints go march into the Championship, says Gary. Sarko's joining us. Nice to have you on board, mate. Villa to beat Spurs and draw away to Liverpool after losing to Brentford United and scraping past Fulham and Notts Forest. Duncan's in the house saying Villa will win 3-1 over Tottenham. Last match will be a huge 6-pointer with Brighton, and Liverpool's a hard match. One great thing, lads, we're getting new people in the comments. Mark saying, geez, I preferred the Norman Collier tribute. You're R. Kelly. Yeah, those are new people, I think, in the comments. That's great to have you on board. But please, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and do hit the like button. I will check on how we're doing for likes compared to viewers. But yeah, don't forget to smash that like button. I think we're at 1,415 subscribers after passing 1,400 the other day, which is amazing. So yeah, help us continue to grow. Because it really does, like, we get so many people saying it's the first time I've seen your channel or the first time I've checked out your videos. Makes a massive difference for you guys hitting that like button. Kevy, there you go.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll take sounds like Stevie G.
Oh my
It's Kevy.
Kevy.
Yeah, gonna be some people's first.
Yeah, of course, Kevy.
Gonna be some people's first and last time viewing the channel with me singing about him, isn't it? So...
Yeah, definitely. Right, so this is it. The last week of the season. Sunday, is it the 28th or 27th? 28th. Sunday, the 28th of May. Bloody hell, it's late this year, isn't it? Sunday, 28th of May. It's all on for. It's all on for Europa League or Conference League and relegation. So, I mean, I'm going to go bottom top. I'm going to go bottom to top. I'm going to go Man United, Fulham. Man United to win.
Home win.
Yeah.
Home win.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-0.
Leicester, West Ham. To Leicester.
Leicester win that.
Leicester 1-0.
Yeah.
2-1. Smith. 2-1. Okay, we'll go goals. There'll be goals. We'll go goals. Leeds United at home to Tottenham Hotspur.
Leeds win. Now this is a tasty one. I like this one.
Spurs have got no bottle, right? They've got no bottle in big games. It's not a big game for them. The season's over. Do they want 7th? They're that bothered. Leeds have got to win. They were out of the Premier League for, was it 16, 17?
We have them safe. We have them safe by our predictions.
Well, already safe. Already too far.
Yeah. They're 4 points clear, yeah.
Oh, Sam's done an amazing job.
But at the same time, I think Tottenham have a very poor record on the final day of the season in the Premier League.
Yeah, I still think Leeds at home, whether they are needing a win, there's a good chance, we might be slightly off in one of our predictions. But if
let's go.
We're talking.
Let's go one. Should say scrappy 1-0.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
Okay. Liverpool will beat Southampton at St Mary's. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to justify it.
Everton at home to Bournemouth.
Oh,
Everton will win that, I think.
I think Bournemouth win it.
Everton's form lately.
Everton will have to win.
Their last 2 games, they've been absolutely sensational. If Everton had
Yeah, but
played
look
like they played the last 2 games, they would have been top 10 this season.
Yeah, but look how Bournemouth have been playing the last few games. If they've been playing like that for the full season, they would have been top 10.
Everton win that for me. Everton win that for me.
At home,
I think Bournemouth, but fair enough.
1-0 Dyche.
They have to win.
Yerry Mina header from a corner, 1-0. That'll do.
Chelsea at home to Newcastle. Again, doesn't really matter.
Newcastle.
I think Chelsea will win that.
Nah.
I'm gonna go.
Chelsea's
draw.
record against top half
go
teams
draw.
this season has been absolutely abysmal.
Brentford against Man City.
Man City.
Parade, title parade.
Man City, yeah.
Arsenal at home to Wolves. Again, doesn't really matter. Home win. Yeah. Palace at home to Nottingham Forest.
I want to see Forest win this one.
0-0.
Again, Forest will have to win.
I think Forest win it. They'll have a bit of fight in this one.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's make it interesting. Forest win. Right, then the big one. Villa at home to Brighton and Hove Albion.
2-0 Villa.
3-1 Villa.
I'm with you, Martin. 3-1.
Because I think Brighton will score.
3-1. Right.
Although clean sheet sounds lovely, but I think Brighton will score.
Now we know this. We know what happens now.
We're getting the plane tickets booked.
Look at this.
Get your passport. Get your Irish passport, Kevin.
We are having.
Martin, I'm already in process.
Good man.
We're having Man City, Arsenal, Man United in 3rd now. Newcastle 4th, Liverpool 5th, Villa in 6th. Europa League qualification. Brighton 7th, Tottenham 8th. And then getting relegated is still Southampton, Leicester, and Everton.
2 big ones.
Nottingham Forest escaped by 1 point. Huh?
That is 3 big teams gone down.
Well, for me, the relegation is. I think Leicester are going to really struggle. I think they're sleepwalking. I think it is literally between. Obviously, it's between Everton, Forest, and Leeds for that spot. But we've got Leeds there on 39 points ahead of West Ham. I think something's gone wrong there. I can't see him getting all those points, but it is what it is.
It's the big Sam special.
Any win now at this stage of the season is just massive, isn't it? If Leicester could get a win against Liverpool somehow, I mean, it literally changes your entire season, doesn't it? In one game.
Yeah,
that's it. There'll be a freak result somewhere. I mean, we've seen it with Everton there against Brighton, 5-1 away from home.
Well, the last weekend wasn't there like 21 goals in 3 games in that one day? I mean, if we were being really true to the way the league's been, we should have been predicting like Palace, Fulham, 5-1, and Villa. Brighton,
there's going to be some crazy results. I think we've given it a good go. We've got who's going to win and the draws and that, but some of the score lines could be crazy because they're either at this stage of the season really tight games or they're just crazy results. Because what's the point in a Nottingham Forest at certain points? Like they might as well just go for it. Or
if we think about the Leicester results we're given, they're shipping goals all over the shop. So they actually might have to be winning 3-2 to win games. I mean, they could have won that Fulham game and they conceded 5.
Exactly. World Cup final vibes versus Brighton, says Lee. Gary saying, don't know what's more stressful, Europe or our relegation last day games.
I think the Europe will be. But actually, no, the relegation will always be the most stressful.
That West Ham,
it is.
So stressful.
Yeah. John's thinking that Ferran Torres is done. Michael's thinking Everton will go down. Gary says, Kev, I believe we can fly to Europe.
Oh, Jesus. Kevy's
There we go.
making the number 1 trend here.
I think Gary and Deco are on your humor level. I think
I
they get you.
I love it.
It's not no, but it's not. I believe I can fly. It's believe I can walk.
Yeah. Yeah. And lads, if I could turn back the hands of time, I would have got Emery in a bit earlier.
Hey.
Oh, way.
Spurs really don't want Europa Conference. It's beneath them, apparently. Well, there you go. Adamski says Leeds will be winning 2-1 until the 89th minute and do a Spursy, and Spurs will win 3-2. Duncan, imagine he's always imagining next season. Duncan, he can't wait for next season. Imagine next
He's
season with
mad for it.
Ferran
He's
Torres
mad
and
for it.
Asensio on the wings. Scary. I've heard Spurs fans saying they prefer 8th to 7th.
Why?
I mean, in a
Why
funny
would
way,
you want that?
you've sort of, you don't mind, do you, Kev? Whether it's, I guess, would you be more happy with 6th? Obviously, you'd be more happy with 6th for where we finish, but would you kind of like 6th being in Europa League? Does that carry a bit more weight for players than 7th in Europa Conference League in your book?
I feel like you're saying to me, like, do I want to go out with Margot Robbie or Mila Kunis or like pick someone else, Michelle Keegan? Like all of the options are good for me. All good. 6th, brilliant. Europa League. It's a more prestigious tournament. You could be playing against some pretty big teams, under the lights at Villa Park. A few away trips. There'll be some massive teams in that this season. Man United, Barcelona, etc. If we get 7th, it's Europe. For where we've been as a club, to get some kind of European football for the first time in over a decade would be absolutely magnificent for us. But as I said on the pod the other night, I don't think any of our signings we've got lined up are going to say, oh, no, you didn't get Conference League, I'm not coming there. I don't think whether it's 7th or 8th, with the profile of the club, with the hierarchy of the, Alaman coming in, I think that 8th would be, again, I'm not saying we're going to win the league, I keep making this point, but when Leicester won the league, it really helped them, the fact that they didn't have any other interest, really. They got the cups early. We really want to go at it hard. We'd have a good chance. And does that give us a better chance maybe of getting Europa League or even knocking on the Champions League door next season if we're signing the likes of Torres and Ugarte, etc. So, but look, I'd embrace all options, but for me, the preferred option is, which I think is still on the table, is 6th. If we can do the business ourselves, we've got a real good chance of that.
Yeah. Gary thinks it's too good to be true, finishing 6th.
Never know, Gary.
I don't know if that's a song reference. I've got a great one here from Rich. I believe I've got crap Wi-Fi. Kev, 2023.
And Rich, it's normally you with the crap Wi-Fi. Normally mine.
I know.
What's going on?
Yeah, the one that you have it, Kevin, you're getting roasted for it.
Yeah. Smith's reputation will be in tatters, unfortunately, because they have good players.
Yeah.
Much prefer 4 teams to go down, including Leeds. I think Duncan and Adamski think more likely to get them out of the Championship, but I don't think he stays. I don't think he stays if they get sacked.
No, I think if they go down, I mean, I feel a bit sorry for him.
If they go down.
Yeah, he's not had a window, has he, to make any changes? But they've been sleepwalking into this all season. Always thinking, oh, Leicester will get out of it. They got Maddison, they got Vardy, they got Tillemans. Leicester will be fine. They've got some decent players. They did some January signings. They did a number on us, did a number on Spurs, and everyone said they're out of it. They scored 4-2 games in a row, and all of a sudden, there's 3 games left, and they're going, shit, look at our running. So, yeah, it's going to be a hell of a job. I think that if they get out of it, that's a super performance now from where they are.
Yeah.
And form is great. It is at the moment.
So few questions here. So our circle saying it thinks we can finish 7th. Gary's saying with best position in 15 years, but probably be 7th. He also asked, are Dyche, Hodgson, and Allardyce just firefighters now?
I don't think Dyche. I think Dyche is young enough and he's got enough of a pedigree, what he did at Burnley, to probably warrant a decent job. I think Hodgson, Allardyce. I think if Redknapp gets another gig, they're the ones that'll get brought in just to try and do a job end of the season.
Yeah. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because there's almost like it used to be like kind of Redknapp and Allardyce might come in halfway through the season get a January window. Now it's like they're bringing them in with 4 games to go. Like,
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah, they're bringing them in.
between
They bring them in really
10
in the
and
last
4
minute of games.
games.
Yeah,
I wonder how far. I wonder how far we are away of a manager being sacked last game of the season before, and then like they're bringing a big name to try and motivate someone for like a movie, like a one-off game. You know, you've got, because obviously the odds and the stakes are so high. You know, as you see, teams like Forest and Leeds who've been out of the Premier League for so long, obviously, you know, they got back eventually, but you know, the odds are so high. The fact that Allardyce was given 4 games, I think they looked at him in January, didn't they? And they didn't. Obviously, they didn't go for him. They went for obviously Grazia, and obviously that didn't go too well. So, but yeah, I just think that, you know, it's all about staying in the Premier League, isn't it, for these teams? The more and more we look at it, you know, and this is why, you know, I'm still rooting for Leicester, because Smith, you know, in our first season back, we had to make all of those signings because 120 million quid and what was it, 10, 12 players? And to stay in the Premier League first season back was a fantastic performance. 8 points in the last 4 games. It's still, you know, we'll look back on that when we're away at, you know, Barcelona next season or wherever it's going to be, and we'll be like, you know what, Dino, we need to take Dino on a European tour with us.
Yeah. Well, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because like Leicester had that bad result at Fulham, but then, you know, they could get a result against Liverpool on Monday night. Who knows? Like, you know, we've done it as that. We've done it as the kind of what the form says, but like you said before, who would have thought Everton would beat Brighton 5-1 away?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and just that, it was the manner of the performance as well.
Yeah. What we've got here, Rachel saying, I think clubs want the manager bounce.
Yeah.
Gary saying Watford have just hired their 105th manager in 2 years. Yeah. Valerie and Ishmael is the new manager, I believe. Lee saying, when you look at new manager bounce, 4 games to go suits that trend. And then like Watford, change your manager every 3rd game. Yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, it does. Like, I don't know what it is about this kind of new manager bounce, because it used to be a little bit of a myth. You know, it used to be like people thought that the manager bounce was like, it was like always happened that teams got the result, but it used to be like it didn't. It was kind of, it was more weighted towards they didn't get a bounce, but now it seems to be like that most of the time it does happen in the positive way.
Yeah, it happened with Jared. Remember when he came in?
It must
like,
do,
he
because
got
everybody. Yeah. I mean, for Villa, it's worked. For Villa, it's worked the last couple of times. Well, the last 3 times, it's definitely worked. But talking across the board, across different like Premier League or across the full league, you know, clubs always do it. But it used to be like a trend that people thought that teams always bounced, you know, when a new manager came in. But the stats didn't tend to back it up. But it must be kind of leveling out now, because so many clubs are doing it, and so many clubs are doing it 2 or 3 times across the season. It's just crazy. Comments are flying in. Kazuhiro, thanks for joining us. Up the Villa, let's say. Says we're going to beat Spurs 3-0. That's brilliant. Rachel commenting on Watford, very a unique club in that way, but I think it's going to happen more, you know. Frank Lampard must be made of lead. There's no bounce in there. That's definitely right. When were Villa in Europe last time? You'll know this, Kev.
2009, 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, wasn't it, under O'Neill?
Yeah, I remember us beating Ajax, but did we?
Spartak Moscow, wasn't it, the season?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it was like 2009.
Yeah. Did we qualify for like Europe via the Intertoto Cup one time, like a time after that, and then just get knocked out in the first round?
I don't think so. From memory. I mean, we may have.
Could have been 2011 last time, because 09-10 I thought we had a pretty good year.
What year did it?
Obviously 10-11. The next season after is when you're pretty much the last time was in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's around about. It's
right. Here we go, boys. Last time Villa were in Europe, the last time they participated in the Europa League during the 2011 season,
Right,
marking the third
Yeah.
successive campaign in which they'd taken part in the competition. There you
Yeah.
go.
So
So
12 years.
yeah, 2010-2011 season. No, it was after 1976, mate. Yeah, there you go. Martin O'Neill, and he binned it off the first game. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, it was famous for the kids, wasn't it, in Moscow?
Yeah, won the Intertoto in 2000 under Gregory. See, that shows my memory. I kind of lost touch with Villa between that kind of 2008-ish time to 2012 because I was managing Garforth Town, so I couldn't go to many matches, so I kind of lost it then. When ironically when Villa were at their best, but it just kind of was a blur for me all that whole time.
Do you want to lose the interest again so we might be even better?
Yeah. No chance of that. Anything else you want to cover, lads, or any questions to come in from the comments that you want us to run over? I mean, obviously we're buzzing for tomorrow. Me and you are at the game, Kev. Anything that you want to? Anything that's caught your eye? A certain Nottingham Forest player that we've been linked with.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My favourite.
We did. Kevin, you thought we'd forgotten. No, we didn't.
Brennan Johnson.
The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Let's just have a look at his time in the Premier League so far. I think he's destined for big things. So, what's he done this season? So he's had 84 appearances for Forest and scored 24 goals.
This season?
Has he managed that? No. Yeah, this season. So he's had 35 appearances this season in the Premier League and scored 8 goals. 1 appearance in the FA Cup, no goals. 5 appearances in the EFL Cup and scored 2 goals. So total for this season is 41 appearances and 10 goals. I mean, it's not a bad return, is it, for a team at the bottom of the? Considering he plays out wide as well.
Yeah, I'm not that sold on him being, top 6 maybe. I think he's a really good player, but I don't know whether he's. Do you know what I mean? I think if we look at the likes of Ferran Torres, Guendouzi, these kind of players have been linked. I even think that Aston Villa link's not too crazy because of the agent link and and the sporting director. So whether you convince the player to come, we were in the market for Joe Felix in January, big time, and that was clear. So is Johnson a good player? Yeah. Is he top 6, top 7 quality? I don't know. Maybe. I think he's done a really good job in that team. I think Gibbs White's done well as well, but I don't know whether I'm like, yeah, let's get him in. I don't know whether he's maybe a little bit streaky, a bit inconsistent.
Yeah. There you are. Gary saying he's from Garforth. See, remember when Socrates played? Yes, mate. I was in the crowd. I was there. 2004. Yeah. Part of the Brazilian soccer schools. So yeah, Johnson's got 3 assists as well. I agree, mate. I agree with regards to so I definitely agree with Torres with regards to kind of being better. He's obviously got the experience of the Premier League as well. I just get a little bit wary. Like, don't get me wrong, Asensio will be a quality player, but I just get wary of, unless we're signing the quality of player around him, it becomes another Coutinho type player, and he just gets lost in the malaise of Villa. Whereas if you sign a Brennan Johnson, he's going to be dynamic. He knows the Premier League. It's the next step up for him to go from like a Forest to a Villa. Like, for me, it's like, right, go after it. He's 21, 22. Like, I'd rather him than an Asensio paying 150, 200k a week to someone. That's just my thought. Like, don't get me wrong, great player.
Yeah, like I think that for Brennan Johnson, he'll be more hungry, to prove himself at Aston Villa. If the move ever to materialise for him to come to Aston Villa, that he did have something to prove. Right, I've made the next step. Now I'm going to prove it. Where with Marco Asensio, it'd be a money factor. Like, I want €8 million a year. That's what he's telling Real Madrid. And supposedly, according to Footballer Insider, so they're a load of shite from as far as I'm concerned, that Villa are willing to match that. So, like, that's 135 grand a week. Where if you've got a Brennan Johnson who might be on maybe 50, 60, a bit more hunger, 21, 22, wants to cement his place in a team that's in Europe, if we get there, that's the way I look at it. I'd rather go for someone not on the cheap, like you're trying to run a tight budget around, but someone who's cheaper and would be more hungry as opposed to someone where it's just mainly a money factor to get his money in if you want him to perform.
Rich, that was a good comment you popped up there. It's a very, very, very fair point. Forest, when they're not dominating the ball, when they're playing against teams, they're generally doing well on the counter attack. So when you come to a team like Villa, particularly at home, you're expected to have the possession of the ball, try and create things. You've got to break teams down. Is he intricate enough? I don't know. I mean, again, there's a lot of players that are good on the break, but maybe not too good in the situations.
Away from home though, could be ideal.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player, and I think he's surprised with his season. I think look at the goal they scored the other night. When the first goal they scored was when he scored when it was like rapid counter attack, great ball to him, first time cross across the box, first time finish. It was an absolutely fantastic counter attacking goal, and he's done that a few times this season. His finishing's pretty good, but whether he's Kangin Lee would it? I want someone that's going to be consistently a threat, on the ball, consistently getting goals, consistently getting assists, compared to the levels we've had, not 5 a season, 10 a season, 12 a season.
Yeah. I totally take your point, mate. And it's going to be interesting because what also happens with a Brennan Johnson type player or a Harvey Barnes or whatever, even if they get relegated, you've still got the Premier League or the English tax that gets put on these players. I know he's Welsh, I know, but English club that will say, right, we need a premium for this player, so you get a Lee
But
Kang
if they
in
go
for
down, obviously they're saying 50 million for Harvey Barnes, but if they go down, they're not getting 50 million for him.
It depends.
But it depends depends who wants him, depends on his contract situation, depends if they need to sell him. It probably looks like Leicester would need to sell him, but if they sold Maddison for 70 million and I don't know, a couple of other players and generated 150 million, they might not have to sell Harvey Barnes. Who knows?
Leicester. I was talking to a Leicester fan today at work, and basically he was saying a lot of the players like Tielemans, I think Soyuncu the same, their contracts coming to an end. So commercially, they've not been very savvy, higher up in the club because they've not tied these players down. So a Barnes is a prize asset. They get relegated, I think they're going to need to sell him. The question for me, if Newcastle are interested, and then I don't know, maybe like a West Ham or someone, they're prepared to pay 40, 50 million. Then if you want to play, you want to play that game, then you got to get involved at that level.
Yeah.
True, yeah. But I think Soyuncu there is going to Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, he is.
I think
that was confirmed.
They're not going to make any money for him, though, are they?
You would have got 25 million for him normally, wouldn't you? But these are gone on a free.
Oh, sorry, yeah, they all went. Yeah, they're going on a free, yeah.
Michael saying, where are we going to be before kickoff? I think I'm going to be in the Aston Tavern. So come and say hello at the Aston Tavern. It depends how long my son lasts sitting around while I'm having a pint and other lads are having a pint. So I might have to take him around to the kids zone and stuff. But hopefully Aston Tavern from about 12 o'clock. Deco says, I've heard a rumour there's a player in Outer Mongolia somewhere that we haven't been linked with. It's not confirmed, though.
No, we were linked with him earlier.
That wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Yeah.
It's
Duncan
like
saying,
DJ
well
Khaled
done,
with Villa transfer rumour. Another one. One.
Yeah. Lee saying, I've heard the Mars Rover currently found a Sunday League player we haven't been linked with. Yeah, definitely.
I've been linked with Aston Villa too, lads, just to let you know, right?
You and your cousin. Yeah, you and your cousin.
Yeah, me and my cousin, we've been linked to Aston Villa,
yeah. He's been he's just been linked. He's called lazy journalism. Yeah, I mean some of it we've got to just put down to agents putting stories in. Villa's a club that are looking to sign players, much like Newcastle are a club looking to sign players, much like Liverpool will want to sign players. If Everton stay up, they'll want to sign players. West Ham will want to sign players. It's just the same thing, isn't it? It's just rinse and repeat. The same clubs get linked with the same players. It's just.
But But I do think there's a different level with this now. I mean, yeah, fine, there's crazy rumours going around, and it's every other day. There's like 10 options, but this quality of player we're being linked with now. I mean, it seems even crazy we're linked with Vlahovic and Ugarte and Torres. With the links that they've had in the past, and that does say a lot. I think about when players are being linked to this club, the players that were genuinely interested in, they're going to be going, hang on a minute, I hope you're going to get these absolute big time players coming in. So it does raise the profile, isn't it? You get linked with better players. It raises the profile.
It's just we said all this stuff with Coutinho. We said all this stuff with him. That's just my worry. That's my worry. Adamski says Kangin Lee is the attacking midfielder that he wants, and Duncan agrees he's a good player. Duncan saying 30 million for Barnes. If we get Ferran Torres, we won't go in for him. Carl is saying, is there a UK-based player requirement for Europe? If so, we should be looking for UK players if we do make it. I mean, that's why sometimes teams like Man City or Arsenal buy just a random UK player. Obviously, if they're good, then that's all the bonus. Declan Rice is obviously going to go somewhere, but that's a case in point. If we get Europe, I know we've got quite a few English players anyway, but it might be one of those. It might be one of those situations. Kangin Lee would be the first deal done. Early window Villa special. Apparently, Traore got sent back because he clobbered his manager in Turkey. Apparently,
yeah, I've seen that he punched his manager or something after they lost 7-0 to Galatasaray, I think.
I don't know if I believe that. He seems too laid back for fighting.
Yeah, but with them Turks are like they could
right, never mind.
Racist remark or something, and that's what happened.
That's not the view of the Villa Park podcast or me.
They definitely are fiery. They definitely are. Wasn't it Graham Souness that ran into the middle of the pitch once?
God, with a flag. Put a flag in the middle of the centre circle. Galatasaray.
At the local derby, Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, was it? Yeah.
I mean, my God, it'd be like throwing some rosary beads at some Rangers fans, wouldn't it? Like, unbelievable. Like the most volatile thing that you could do. That's some serious up there. I mean, he doesn't give two hoots, does he?
Yeah. Rachel, I hope Guendouzi's the first one. I fear West Ham will take him though. I don't know.
Nah.
Who knows? I'm sure we'll get 10% of the players. If we get 10% of the players linked, I'll be happy. Yeah, Gary, I totally agree.
So we'll have the whole new
definitely
squad,
Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips is one. There's a question here as well from Michael. So what can the Villa women achieve next season? I know Alicia Lehman was interviewed on Sky Sports quite today or yesterday, I think, talking around, the profile and the more crowds at the games, more fans at the games, wanting to push on. Can Villa push on for next season, or is it a same case? I think we touched on this on another episode, Kev, where we kind of said, they've got players like Rachel Daly, they've got Kenza Darley, they've got Kirsty Hansen, Lucy Staniforth.
Quality of play.
Yeah, are they gonna be picked off? Yeah.
Well, obviously, it's Evie Rabjohn, wasn't it? He's gone to Man United, but I think Villa's ladies.
I think that was me and you were touching that.
What?
Maybe, mate. I don't remember. I do so many podcast episodes.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think the Villa ladies team can back the top 4 challenge next season. They've got a great manager, the best manager in the league, highly rated. Done a great job, and I think they've got a really good core squad. Add to that in the summer, like why not? I mean, we're not that far off 4th spot at the moment. So, and the form again, like the latter part of the season has been absolutely tremendous. Went far in the cups. It has always been quite monopolised, hasn't it? Women's football. Some of the certain teams win everything, but why not? Why not? Add a few additions, bit more coaching, push for top 4.
Martin, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think they'll push top 4 if they get a good few additions in to build on what they already have. I think it'd be great, and I also think they'll achieve more fans to their game if they are in that race for a top 4, or even if they get a top 3 potential European place for them. I think they'll definitely draw more people into the stands. So You know, a lot of people say the sky's the limit, but don't tell me the sky's the limit if there's footsteps there in the mountain. So I think anything's possible for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Great quote. Great quote. Well, look, good time to revisit the Premier League table that we've predicted, just to show where we are going to finish. For everyone watching, what we predict will happen. I mean, all these results are going to go our way. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. We've got us getting 7 points from the last 3, starting with a win tomorrow, and that means yes. Sorry, go on.
On that table, how many points of Liverpool are we?
7, 8, 8. Yeah,
they're
far.
fifth and we're 6th, 8 points behind.
Yeah.
So that draw,
so
draw we had, don't change it, does it?
No.
Nah.
We finished on 61 points. I think we had us finishing on 61 points on the last running show. I'm pretty sure we did.
That's good.
So that's good. What it's meant is obviously that Brighton and Tottenham have performed a little bit worse than we thought, which I don't think is too far from the truth, you know.
Yeah, but what you just did have last time, you had Arsenal in the league and not Man City.
Yeah, maybe we did.
And I had Man City in the league. So,
well, you're always right, Martin. We should always just listen to you, shouldn't we?
Yeah. It's the look of the Irishers. It's not them, right?
But yeah, Southampton, Leicester, Everton going down, and Villa in the top 6. And from being 17th or 16th when Emery took over is a phenomenal achievement. So let's end it on that. Fantastic opportunity tomorrow to get the win. And yeah, let's just go out and do it. Let's do it. It's going to be a huge game. It'll set us up for the rest of the season. We know we can do it. Great show, boys. Thought we'd just jump on, bit of fun. See where we finish, and we're getting 6th. We're getting 6th. I mean, what more can we ask for?
Magic.
5th.
Champions League stuff. We win them all.
Yeah. Thanks for everyone watching. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Join the follower. Match reaction show later on this weekend. And as always, remember, we all follow the Villa. Thanks, everyone.